Okay, this is Red Jackal Gaming, and I know this is kind of old news, but I'm just gonna start talking here. This game, when you have a subscriber, this is Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic MMO from Sony Online Entertainment. And Sony, what the fuck? What the fuck? This is my buddy, this is Alithari's character, and he's gonna detail to you what the fucking problem is right here, right now.
Okay, so let me tell you a story. I am helping my friend level up his new Jedi counselor, and we decided to get an armor set because the clothes you get from the actual story mission, they look so fucking stupid. They look kind of retarded. And there's a nice set you can get here called the Traveler shirt. It's decent enough. It's better than that t-shirt that my friend's wearing right now. So I bought the t-shirt for him. And then I tried to trade with him. And I can't trade with him until he's level 10 apparently, which I find retarded. Firstly, because why? Who cares?
Why?
What is the major issue that I can't trade with him until he's level 10? But I looked past that. I was like, fine, I'll deal with it. It says I can mail it to him instead. I went over here to this here nice little mailing box, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna mail him the set I just bought. It's gonna be tedious because apparently I can only mail one piece at a time, but I'm gonna mail it to him. And then it told me you can't because this item is bound to you. I looked, and this item is apparently bound to me for 2 goddamn hours.
Much
Each piece
like,
of the...
yeah, what he's talking about here, I'll show you an example. Much like, let me see this. This item is refundable for 1 hour 45 minutes. Now there's a reason for this. That means that for 1 hour 45 minutes prior to buying this item, you can actually sell it at full price to the stores, which is nice. But it also means you just can't give it to anyone until you can't give it to your friends until you can't buy it back at full price. Is it for the reason that if you give it to them, the countdown still isn't done, and then they can go sell it, and there's like a money glitch or something? Like, you're Sony Online Entertainment. Like, if that's the case, it's not fucking rocket science for you to fix it.
All you would have to do is make it, which other games have. If you trade this item, it will no longer be refundable. Bam! Solution. Done! That's all you had to do. When you give the item to someone, no longer can be refunded. That's it.
It's not even that hard.
Now, the next portion of why this is stupid. I went to go and I decided, you know what, fuck it. I'm just gonna send him the credits manually for the entire outfit. We're going to do this the stupid method. We're just gonna give him the money to buy it. I went to go give him the money to buy it, and I saw this nice little icon in the bottom right corner of my mail, and it says, you may only send 1 item per message, and you may not attach credits. You must subscribe to send people credits or send more than 1 item at a time.
Yeah, why?
I must pay for a subscription to give someone credits, to give someone items. Why? Why? It's a basic feature of a game. Why must I pay for a subscription to give a player credits through the mail? Why is that so horribly bad that I must subscribe to do it?
What I want to know is why. Okay, okay, I get it at this point. It's just money grubbing. It's just nothing but money grubbing. But aside from this, pretend it's not money grubbing. Pretend Sony Online Entertainment for 5 seconds is decent and they care. For some fucking reason, they care. What? Usually when you limit something to a subscription, it's for a particular reason, or it's like a unique thing, or it's purely cosmetic. What about the game is gonna shit itself when Dylan's Twi'Lek decides to send pretend fucking money over pretend mail to a cat bitch? What about this kills the game? What about this requires people to pay $15 a month to send pretend money to pretend people for pretend reasons?
And yes, by the way, for those of you wondering, how am I a fucking Twi'Lek and how can I hide my head slot? I have paid money to this game to unlock these things.
Which doesn't make sense as well.
To play the character I wanted to play the character I desired, I had to pay money to get this character. Quite a bit of money, in fact. Fucking Unify Colors. Just to get Unify Colors. Let me look up how much that was.
I'm even going to open the page myself, just to go along with you. Let's look at this, guys. So we go to Unlocked here. And okay, first of all, Species Unlock Cathar. That's what I'm playing. I also paid money for this. Now, let's think about this. The Cathar really don't have a purpose. They're just cat people for the fucking sake of it. I mean, they get a roar, but nobody ever uses it. That's 600. That's like... God, wait, 600 is like... five or $10 at least. So I paid $10 for a furry human. I mean, I could have played a human, yeah, but I wanted to sort of set myself apart. So let's look here. So just adding Cathar was the equivalent of, like, adding an equipment slot. I mean, it's even more than this huge bundle that gives you, like, movement speed and experience boosts and stuff. Like, I don't even understand. Like, let's look here. Unify Colors. For the account-bound version, that's gonna be... let's look. I don't have enough cartel coins, so it's not gonna show me. It's around the same price.
It's about 775 credit cartel
Okay, so that's even more than just unlocking a cat person. Just to decide, say I played a human. Just for the sake of it, if I played a human, it would be more money just to choose from, like, clothes to match than unlocking a completely new race. Why? Why?
Let's discuss another little neat, horrible thing that is so wonderfully implemented by this system. Artifact equipment.
Oh my god.
Authorization for artifact equipment.
Yeah, this.
Let me explain what artifact equipment is. There's some gear in the world that you can modify. You can take the pieces of other artifact and modifiable gear, and you can slot it into the other piece of modifiable gear, keeping the same look, but changing the stats. Now, Sony Entertainment decided for each character, a singular character to have artifact equipment authorized. That's 1,200 cartel coins. For your entire account to have it, 2,700.
Like
2,700 if you want each character you make to be able to actually use an entire section of equipment.
And let's put this into perspective. You can go to Wal-Mart, you can go to Future Shop, you can go to the Source, whatever you want to call it, and you can pick up the cards for this game. And for 2,400 cartel coins, which is not even enough to purchase what he's talking about for your whole account, that's going to run you around $30, including tax. So that's $30 just to be able to have essentially what is in Guild Wars 2, which is free, is the ability to just swap your items. Isn't it like a transformation crystal or something? It's like the equivalent.
Yeah, sorta, but here's the thing. Guild Wars is nowhere near as free from guilt on this either. They have the same kind of issue where you have to use an item which you buy to take the look of one item and put it on another.
I do suppose, but let's be honest here. Comparison...
One is cheaper in comparison, yes.
Oh, yes. Oh, buddy, this game. So, really, the general consensus here is
That in Guild Wars actually allows you to customize the entire coloration of your armor set for free.
At any given time, for no reason at all. Like, it doesn't even matter. It's literally a player thing. But no, this game just doesn't even want that. Yeah, so general consensus here. I know this game is free to play. It's been free to play for a while, and this is probably old news. I mean, people have talked about this. Angry Joe, all those people, they've all talked about this. This is just sort of a general gripe that me and him were having. We've been playing this at least for like a few months now, so this is sort of something we need to get out of our system, and to share it with you guys, it's sort of nice. So for anyone who's wanting to play this game, who hasn't yet, or has seen their friends play, or hasn't seen any of the other videos, let me just tell you right now that if you don't pay the subscription, there's very little options as far as character customization go.
And not just that, you can't even customize your crew member's appearance. You get less item slots in your inventory than subscribers. Until I frickin' became a preferred member by making a purchase, I actually wasn't able to sprint until a certain level. Now I get sprint on all my characters.
Yeah, just the ability to sprint. Let's think about that for a minute. So, guys, let me show you sprint. Sprint, see, this is me not sprinting, okay? Now let's talk about sprint. Sprint really is just a toggle and increases your movement speed by 35%. It's not that great. It's just, I get to run around the world just a little bit faster, but you literally had to wait till, like, what, level 10 or level 15 just to get this. Like,
yeah.
How exciting is this?
Restricted unless you were preferred status.
So unless you've actually paid something with your money, you don't get this until you hit a certain level. I mean, for some people who level grind, it's not a big deal. But if you want to get around places, and you want to, you know, get to quests at a timely manner, this isn't much to ask for.
Let me introduce you to someone. His name is Corso. Wait, why is it saying Corso is deployed on a crew task? What is this? Hold on. No, I don't want you to sell my low quality goods, Corso. Never mind. I was going to show you Corso rigs and then explain how you can choose to change his looks, but if you are free to play or even just preferred status, you're not allowed. You have to either be a subscriber or pay cash for it again.
It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous and not needed.
Bank slots are restricted. You can't go to a place called Section X, which is, let's see here, previously untouched area of Belsavia, uncovered an ancient weapon, and just pretty much a place that you can level up at. And you can't acquire an HK-51 unless you unless you pay for it or become a subscriber. And this person keeps trying to duel me, and they need to stop.
I just D&D'd. Alrighty, folks. Well, that's Red Jackal Gaming, and that was kind of a little rant here. I'm sorry it's not the actual Smite updates or anything like that, but this is just something me and Alithari had to get out of our systems. Anyway, I will see you guys next time, and good gaming.